What if you could see the invisible barrier that's holding you back from achieving your dreams? That's right. We're talking about the fear of failure, the unseen wall that keeps us within the confines of our comfort zones, preventing us from reaching our full potential. Imagine fear of failure as a thick fog, blurring our vision and making it difficult to see the path ahead. This fog is not just a metaphor, but a reflection of the physiological and psychological impact fear has on us. When fear takes hold, our bodies react, our hearts race, our palms sweat, and our minds go into overdrive. This is our body's way of telling us that we're facing something risky, something unknown. But it's not just about sweaty palms and racing hearts. Fear of failure also seeps into our minds, affecting our decision-making process. It makes us second-guess ourselves, question our abilities, and doubt our worth. It's like a nagging voice in the back of our heads whispering, "What if you fail? What if you're not good enough?" And how do we react to this fear? We procrastinate. We become perfectionists. We avoid taking risks. These are all manifestations of our fear of failure, ways in which we protect ourselves from potential disappointment or embarrassment. But while these behaviors might give us a temporary sense of safety, in the long run, they only serve to reinforce the fear, making the invisible barrier even stronger and more impenetrable. So let's get this straight. Fear of failure is not just about being afraid to fail. It's about being afraid to try. It's about letting this fear dictate our actions, our decisions, and our lives. Now that we've identified the invisible barrier, it's time to learn how to break it down. Have you ever stopped to think about what you're actually afraid of? Often, the fear of failure isn't about the failure itself, but rather, what that failure might mean. Are we afraid that failure will expose us as frauds, that it will confirm our deepest insecurities? Or perhaps we're afraid of the pain, disappointment, or embarrassment that can accompany failure. It's crucial to take time to identify and understand these fears, these shadowy figures that lurk in our minds because they have a surprising amount to teach us. You see, fear isn't an enemy, it's a protector. It's a primal instinct designed to keep us safe from harm. If you were a caveman and you saw a saber-toothed tiger, fear would be the thing that would make you run for your life. But in the modern world, where saber-toothed tigers are thankfully scarce, fear can be misguided. It can see risk where there is only opportunity, danger where there is only potential. When we understand our fear, we can start to see it for what it really is, a well-meaning but overzealous guardian. It's trying to keep us safe, yes, but it's also holding us back. It's preventing us from taking the risks that could lead to extraordinary success. So how do we understand our fear? Start by identifying it. What exactly is it that you're afraid of? Write it down, speak it out loud, make it real. Then try to trace that fear back to its origins. Where did it come from? When did it first appear? Often, by shining a light on our fear, by understanding its roots, we can start to see it in a new light. Remember, fear is not a monster. It's a misguided protector, a guardian who doesn't quite understand the modern world. And once we understand that, once we understand our fear, we can start to work with it, to negotiate with it, to reassure it. We can start to step out of its shadow and into the light. Understanding your fear is the first step to overcoming it. What if failure isn't as scary as it seems? What if we've had it all wrong? What if we've been looking at failure through the wrong lens? We've been taught from an early age to avoid failure, to fear it, but what if instead we saw failure not as a dead end, but as a detour, a reroute to a better destination? Consider this. Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb, failed more than 1,000 times before he finally found a design that worked. But he didn't see those attempts as failures, he saw them as stepping stones. Each misstep, each failure, brought him one step closer to his goal. So let's challenge the traditional definition of failure. Instead of viewing it as a stopping point, let's see it as a learning opportunity. Every time we fall short, we gain invaluable insight. We learn what doesn't work. We learn how to adapt, how to adjust our sails to the changing winds. That's the thing about failure. It's not a brick wall, it's a speed bump. It slows us down, yes, but it also gives us the opportunity to reassess our path, to fine-tune our methods. It forces us to become more resilient, more adaptable. And let's not forget, failure also brings with it a certain humility, a certain humbleness. It grounds us and reminds us that we're human, that it's okay to stumble, to fall. Because it's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get up. So, the next time you find yourself staring failure in the face, remember this: failure isn't your enemy. It's your teacher, it's your guide, it's the rough draft before the masterpiece, the rehearsal before the performance. Failure isn't the end of the road, it's a stepping stone on the path to success. Ready to tackle your fears head-on? Let's dive into the strategies you can employ to break free from the chains of fear of failure. Firstly, setting realistic goals is crucial. It's all about breaking down your big dreams into smaller, manageable tasks. Imagine you're building a skyscraper. You don't just snap your fingers and it's there, it's built brick by brick, floor by floor. Similarly, achieving your goals is a step-by-step process. Each small victory brings you closer to your grand vision. Next up, let's talk about mindfulness. It's about being present in the moment, focusing on the task at hand rather than worrying about potential failure. Practicing mindfulness can help you stay grounded, keeping fear at bay. Think of it as having a calm sea amidst a storm. No matter how turbulent the waves of fear might be, with mindfulness, you can find your inner peace. Now, onto a powerful tool: cultivating a growth mindset. This means viewing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats of failure. It's about believing in your ability to learn, improve, and overcome obstacles. Instead of fearing failure, you embrace it as a stepping stone towards success. Lastly, don't be afraid to seek support. Whether it's from mentors who can guide you or professionals who can provide you with tools to manage your fear, remember, you're not alone on this journey. There's a whole world of people out there who want to see you succeed. These strategies are not quick fixes. They require time, patience, and practice. But the effort is worth it. When you start to see failure not as something to be feared, but as a part of your path to success, you empower yourself to take risks, to try new things, and to reach new heights. Overcoming fear of failure isn't a one-time event, it's a continuous journey. What does success look like to you? Is it the flashy cars, the big houses, the high-paying job? Or is it something more? Something deeper, something more personal, something that lights a spark within you each morning. Success, my friends, is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It's not a uniform, a badge, or a title. It's not a number on a bank account or a name on a door. It's a deeply personal, deeply individual experience. It's about finding what makes you feel fulfilled, what makes you feel satisfied, what makes you feel truly alive. We live in a world that often equates success with material wealth, with social standing, with power and prestige. But is that really what success is? Or is that just what society wants us to believe? I believe that success is about finding your passion and pursuing it relentlessly. It's about setting goals and smashing them. It's about overcoming obstacles, learning from failures, and coming out stronger on the other side. It's about growth, development, evolution. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, not someone else's idea of what you should be. So let's redefine success. Let's make it something that's achievable, not something that's out of reach. Let's make it something that's personal, not something that's imposed by society. Let's make it something that's about progress, not perfection. Celebrate your small victories, applaud your progress. Be proud of your growth. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is a step towards success. Don't wait until you've reached the finish line to start celebrating. Celebrate each and every step along the way. Because at the end of the day, success isn't just about the destination. It's about the journey. The journey of self-discovery, of growth, of evolution. The journey of becoming the best version of yourself. Success isn't just about the destination, it's about the journey. Embrace it every step of the way.